Welcome, my dear students. Today we are going to see some interesting applications of refraction of light. Let's start with an activity. Put a coin inside an empty pot and position your eyes in such a way that you cannot see the coin. Now, slowly pour water into the pot. As water is poured, you can see the coin at the bottom of the vessel. And at last, when the pot is filled with water, the coin will be clearly visible. Let's go in detail about the activity. When the pot was empty, the edge of the vessel hides the rays reflected from the coin, and hence it will not fall into our eyes. When we fill the pot with water, the rays reflected from the coin travels through water and reaches to the water-air interface. There, it refracts and bends away from the normal. These rays fall into our eyes. But the observer cannot feel these rays as refracted rays, and he cannot see the exact path of light, and he feels the light rays are coming from a straight path. It is because our eyes will always perceive the rays of light coming from a straight path. Hence, we need to produce them backward to obtain the straight line path. When we do it so, we obtain a position where the rays appears to come from, and at this position the observer sees the image of the coin. You can see that this position is not the exact position of the coin, but it is some more raised. It is called the apparent position of the coin, and which is always above the actual position of the coin. Hence, the point of intersection of the refracted rays giving us the image which is not the actual position of the coin, and this is the reason why the coin which was initially not visible is visible now. Here, this is the actual position of the coin, and this is the apparent position. That is the position which the observer thinks that the coin has been placed at. Now, let's familiarize ourselves some technical terms. The depth at which the coin has actually been placed is called real depth, and the depth at which the observer thinks the coin is, or the depth where the observer actually sees the coin, is known as apparent depth. The difference between real depth and apparent depth is called shift. This shift happens due to the refraction of rays at water-air interface. Hence, shift depends on the refractive index of the medium. It is experimentally determined that the refractive index of the denser medium is equal to real depth by apparent depth, or apparent depth is equal to real depth by refractive index. Since shift is equal to real depth minus apparent depth, we can substitute the value of apparent depth in the equation, and we will get shift is equal to real depth minus real depth by refractive index, or real depth into 1 minus 1 by refractive index. This is the relation connecting shift and refractive index of the denser medium. So we can predict the apparent change in position from the refractive index. For example, water has an absolute refractive index of 4/3. It means that the depth of the water appears to be 3/4 of its real depth on seeing it from air. That is, water pond appears shallow. This is why a fish, when seen from air, appears to be nearer to the surface of water than the actual depth. We can see some more examples for the apparent rise of the object in denser medium. A print on a paper appears to be raised when a glass slab is placed over it. Here, when the rays of light reflected from the print reaches to the glass air interface, it bends away from the normal and hence it appears to be raised. Similarly, a water tank appears shallow than its actual depth, and also a person's leg appears to be short when standing in a pool or a water tank. Here, in all these cases, the rays bent away from the normal and hence the image is raised or shifted from the original position. Now we can look the factors affecting the shift. Shift depends on three factors: the refractive index of the medium, the thickness of the denser medium, and color or wavelength of light. Higher the refractive index of the medium, more is the shift. Similarly, thicker the medium, more is the shift. But shift decreases with increase in wavelength of light. That means shift is more for violet light than for red light in a given medium. So we can conclude the apparent depth of an object lying in a denser medium is always less than the real depth when viewed from any direction in a rarer medium. Now we can think, how does the image be affected if the object is placed in the rarer medium? Here, when the rays from the rarer medium reaches to the refracting surface, it refracts and bends towards the normal. Hence, we will get the image at a distance farther than the original position. Or we can say the object appears to be at a greater distance than its real distance. It is clearly visible during sunrise and sunset. The sun is seen a few minutes before it rises above the horizon in the morning, while in the evening it can be seen few minutes longer after it sets. Let's look in detail. As we all know, atmosphere is made up of different layers and each layer has different density. The optical density of atmospheric layers decreases as it go away from the Earth's surface. Hence what happens is, just before sunrise, when sun reaches before the horizon, the light rays enters obliquely into the atmosphere. The light rays will not have any refraction on vacuum, but when it reaches to the atmospheric layers, it starts refracting. Hence, the light rays bend. Hence, sun rays actually reaches to the earth in a bent path. As I said you earlier, the observer cannot see the exact path of light, or the observer cannot feel this light ray bending, and he feels that the light rays are coming from a straight path. Hence, the observer follows the same straight path of light as it enters, and hence he sees the sun at a position away from the original position, or he can see the sun above the horizon. The twinkling of a star is also due to the atmospheric refraction of starlight. The starlight, on entering the Earth's atmosphere, undergoes refraction continuously before it reaches to the Earth. Since the atmosphere bends starlight towards the normal, the apparent position of the star is slightly different from its actual position. Hence, the star appears slightly higher than its actual position when viewed near the horizon. This apparent position of the star is not stationary, but keeps on changing gradually and slightly. It is because the physical condition and temperature of the medium is not stationary. Hence, the apparent position will be fluctuating, and the path of the rays of light coming from the stars goes on varying slightly. Due to this change in position of the light entering the eye, the star sometimes appears brighter and sometimes appears fainter. This feels as twinkling of stars. Now, archerfish is a type of fish that shoots jet of water at insects near the surface of water to catch them. It allows for the refraction of light at the surface of water when aiming at its prey. The fish does not aim at the refracted image it sees, but at the location where it knows the prey to be. The ray diagram explains the apparent position of the insects with respect to the fish in water. Finally, an object partially dipped in water appears to be bent. For example, a straight stick placed in water appears to be bent. It is because of refraction of light when light rays come from water to air. Due to refraction, the portion of the stick under water when seen from air appears to be shortened and raised up, but the refraction and the apparent change in position will not be there for the part of stick outside the water surface. Hence, we can see the original position of the part of stick outside the water surface and the apparent position of the part of stick inside the water surface. That is, the immersed part of the stick appears to be raised and therefore bent at the surface of water. So today we have learned 3 applications of refraction of light. The first one is the apparent depth of the object lying in a denser medium is always less than its real depth when it is viewed from any direction in the rarer medium. The second is the object placed in a rarer medium when viewed from a denser medium appears to be at a greater distance than its real distance. And finally, an object partially dipped in water appears to be bent. Hope you all understood all these applications clearly. Thank you and have a nice day.